Right. Hello, everyone. This is Big Dan with Southern Extreme Sports Talk. Just wanted to come to you today. We're going to talk about our LSU Tigers playing a little football. Um, our season has come to an end. They uh, they beat Baylor in the Kinder's Texas Bowl, 44-31. Um, Looked pretty good. Everything was special teams pitched in. Defense done fair. Offense played well. It was just a good team effort. Believe it bode well for us going into the 25 season. Um, we've hit the portal well. We've gotten, we have currently picked up so far a total of 14 players. Um, in the portal, we're currently number two ranked as far as the portal class goes. We have picked up two interior linemen, one big time Josh Thompson from Northwestern, and then another big time interior lineman, Braylon Moore from Virginia Tech. And then we picked up three wide receivers. We got Nick Anderson from Oklahoma to help stretch the field, and also Brayan Brown from Kentucky. We picked up Destin Hill from Florida State, wide receiver. And then also we picked up a tight end, Bauer Sharp from Oklahoma. All these are players pretty much should be starting, seeing a lot of playing time. Same thing on defense, which is where we needed a ton of help at. Also, we got two cornerbacks. Which out of the 14, we got 7 in the top 100 in the portal. So, cornerback Mansour Delane from Virginia Tech, and then we got Hakeem Jackson from Florida. Both of those are cornerbacks. Then we got 3 edge rushers, Patrick Payton from Florida State. He's ranked number 1. And then we got Jack Pyburn from Florida. And then Jamari Butler from Nebraska, edge rusher also. We got a defensive lineman, Sadir Mitchell from Texas, which that's one of Bo Davis has recruited him out of high school when he was with Texas. And then he hit the portal and Bo Davis brought him in over here. So we have that. We need some help on the D line. Also, they picked up a punter, Grant Chadwick from Middle Tennessee State. He averaged this year, special teams is very important. He averaged 43.4 yard average. He was ranked 53rd in the country. Now he's about 9 yards better than what LSU was. LSU averaged this year 94.3 on, they had 2 punters. But I don't think neither one of them did a great job. That's why they went and got the Chadwick kid out of Middle Tennessee. But he's averaging 43.4, so that's a lot of yardage there we'll pick up if we can keep that average or a little bit better. And then we have the quarterback, Michael Van Buren, that we picked up from Mississippi State. So he'll probably end up being the backup. A.J. Swan's transferred out. Ricky Collins transferred out. That really only leaves the young man slips my mind right now. Hurley, the other quarterback, he's staying for right now. But Michael Van Buren and him will compete for the backup job, and then and I think Van Buren and him will compete. After Nussmeier leaves after next year, Garrett Nussmeier is coming back for the 2025 season, which is huge for us for LSU. They're making a good push. with all these portal pickups, especially with the class that we 25's class that we signed, but we got a bunch of players from the 24 class that are getting a lot of, they're going to be getting a ton more playing time now. So LSU's looking good for the 25 season. I think we ought to make a good push, not only for the conference championship, but the national championship. So we should be able to make the college playoffs. But if you would like and subscribe, comment, and I'll get back with you on the comments and everything. And I appreciate you supporting the channel. But so that's how the portal looks. Recruiting is going good. They're signing 26 class for the 26 class now. They got a bunch of, I think Louisiana stacked for the 26 class kids coming out. So LSU should be looking good. They're doing a real good job now of getting most of the kids out of Louisiana to stay in LSU. But with this NIL deal, it has posed a crazy dilemma and problem. But anyhow, it's just a problem everybody's got to fight and deal with. But that's where we're looking at as far as the end of the season with that. But as we come to the end, yardage wise, of course, the playoffs is still going right now. It's January 2nd. Georgia's getting ready to play Notre Dame here shortly because they got pushed back. But we still got a few games to go. But currently, fourth is Garrett Nussmeier's finished fourth as far as yardage goes. He has thrown for 4,043 yards with a 64.2 completion rate, which is pretty good. And then the only quarterbacks ahead of him as far as yardage wise go is Shedeur Sanders with 41.34, Cam Ward with Miami with 43.13, and Kyle McCord with Syracuse has 47.79. So that's the only ones ahead of Nussmeier. Right now, I don't see nobody else really getting up in there. The next one close that's in the playoffs still going is Will Howard. He's at 3,490 yards. He could get up there close to 4,000, but they'd have to play they'd have to win the semifinals and then play the national championship game for him to even get close. But there's a chance. But he's about the only one that's close enough. Drew Allar's only got 3,192 yards. Quinn Ewers has got 3,189. So I don't really see nobody throwing for that many yards in two games. But anyhow, that's how we ended up on the kind of on the passing deal. And Nussmeier ended with a 142.5 rating. So he's wanting to come back into the season with 29 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Of course, I know the 12 interceptions he wants to work on. We want to get a few more touchdowns. But anyhow, that's what we're looking at on that. Now, rushing wise, we had Caden Durham. I'm pulling it up now. I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Caden Durham, he led the running backs. Let's see. He had 140 carries for 753 yards. Josh Williams was second. He had 117 carries for 482 yards. Caleb Jackson was third with 44 carries for 150 yards. Had a few more, but not much yardage and stuff. Receiving wise, Aaron Anderson, he ended up being the leading receiver with 61 receptions for 875 yards. He had 5 touchdowns. Kyron Lacey, he was second with 58 receptions, 866 yards, 9 touchdowns. Of course, he held out of the Kinder's Texas Bowl for the draft and everything. So, and then third was Mason Taylor. He had 55 receptions for 546 yards with 2 touchdowns. Now he held out also out of the bowl game for the draft. C.J. Daniels, he entered the portal, but he was fourth. He was 42 receptions for 480 yards. And then you had Williams and Durham back to back there. They had 31 receptions for 263 and 28 receptions for 260. So that was pretty consistent on the running backs. Real consistent on the top 3 receivers too, as far as Anderson, Lacey, and Taylor, 55, 58, 61. So they had a lot of balance on that. I know Trey'Dez Green looked real good in the bowl game. That's very promising as a tight end there. That's probably where they're going to push him back to now. I know we got hurt a little bit in wide receiver. They pushed him out at wide receiver during the regular season. But they will probably have him at tight end now that we got all these other receivers out of the portal. But he looked good in that bowl game. Nice to see a big old guy like that in the end zone to throw to. But anyhow, I think we're going to upgrade at punter. Getting a lot of help coming on cornerback. We got some good young defensive line coming in. Got a little help in the portal there. I think overall, we'll be looking pretty good. So that's how our season's kind of wrapping up for the Tigers. And then we got coming off of starting next year. I know we'll have Clemson starting out. Cade Klubnik, he's coming back for Clemson, the quarterback. So Clemson they'll have a solid quarterback there. That'll be a tough game right out of the chute for us. So we've had Florida State twice, USC, and then now we'll have Clemson twice, I think, starting the seasons off going forward. But anyhow, just wanted to get on here and give you an update on the LSU football Tigers there, and go over the recruiting and portal there. And as we get a little bit more updates on the portal and recruiting, I'll get back on and do some more football. But be looking out on my channel, if you would, be looking for some basketball updates and everything for LSU and nationally also. But appreciate everybody. Thank you. If you don't mind, just hit the like button, subscribe, leave me some comments, and I'll get back with you. Thank you very much.